Hey, Sydney. So I am really glad that we got to connect. And so this was your first time, I guess, meeting with a trichologist, which is a hair and scalp specialist. And I know in the past, you had some trouble with your hair. So can you just talk a little bit about what was going on before you and I started working together?
Yes. It was a transition. I was going through a lot, and especially before quarantine fully hit. I think that's when I really started to experience the trouble with my hair really just disappearing from my head. It was scary. I didn't know it was happening. I didn't know why it was happening, how to make it stop. And so maybe like for the first 1 or 2 months, I was actually experiencing a bit of a panic. And
Yes.
I mean, naturally, stressing doesn't help with hair growing in. If anything, it does help with the hair loss because of the high cortisol, and I'm pretty sure that's what I was putting myself through. The I live in Los Angeles. The water is really harsh out here, and at first that wasn't really something that I was considering because I'm like, it's water, it's needed, and your body's gonna filter things out. I was wrong. I was really wrong. So um, when I noticed that my hair was gone, like it all just started with me just massaging my scalp, but I couldn't really understand why I was feeling more skin than hair. And it didn't make sense to me. So, I was doing research, Google, all that, and I was getting all these answers that was not helping me. And so that's when I just decided, you know what? I'm doing all the things that I can do and nothing's happening, so I need some help. And that's when, I went ahead and I was looking into sources of who I can find to help me. And I remember being a previous client at Mahogany Hair Revolution, which is how I learned about, your work. And I reached out to Dr. Carr via email, and she highly recommended you, Precious. And so I was like, okay, I'm willing to try it because, this is beyond my scope. And
Right.
so, coming to you, it's been very informative, very helpful, some very helpful steps. And I think the part that I really love about working with you the most is, it's more so about being mindful of my habits and, just maybe adjusting some, and it's been really helpful. I mean, not only has it been good for my scalp, which now, can I show you a scalp shot?
Yes.
Um, so, I would definitely love to share or you have my before pictures, but this is my scalp now. This was very bald, very missing, but now the hair is short. It's trying to come back. My edges are trying to come back, which I'm really happy about because I was very self-conscious of that at first. And my moisturizer routine really changed up. Like although I'm going to be picking it up a little bit more with the moisturizing, it's been helpful just to do it so far, and I'm really happy with the results. I love the new hair care regimen. It's really like, I don't know, it's just so simple. I don't have to, well, does this come first or does this come first or did I do enough of this? Like, like you gave very explicit, clear instructions, and I got all the information down in my journal. And so now looking it over, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this, and it's brought my hair back. So and just with the combination of like doing PRP, which is the plasma rich procedure, like just they take the blood, they centrifuge it, they inject it, and then I incorporate the things that you talked about with my procedure, taking hair vitamins. It's been a beautiful journey going up. I've learned a lot more, to my hair than just, oh, it's just hair and I need it. So yeah.
Excellent. And I really love that, you recognize that awareness that, hey, one, because that's a pretty big deal, that to find out that you're losing hair and, you're panicking, and then just to realize that, hey, this is beyond my scope. I got to reach out and get help. So that's really huge. I want to give you kudos. And I just really want to commend you just for following through on the program, or what we discussed on your hair plan. and not venturing off from it because you are seeing the results. It may not make sense at first of why, I'm giving step by step and what I want you to do and what order and with what. But I just appreciate you, for following the plan. And so if someone was on the fence about working with me in general, because you too, you never had heard of me, but I came highly recommended. As you said, like, what would you tell them now that you've got a chance to experience me? We've been working together for some time now. Like, what would you say to them if they're on the fence?
If anybody was on the fence, especially, when they're considering their hair journey, I would highly recommend, I would tell them go see Precious Rutland. Because
Mhm.
when it comes down to understanding your hair growth, you need a scientist for that. Like you want all of your hair to come back, you need someone who's going to guide you with the correct information and not just what Google says, and like really get the help from the horse's mouth. Like you can get all of your hair back just asking for help.
Yeah.
Like I know it's hesitant and yeah, there could be more money spent, but this is an investment. And if you're going to invest in getting your hair back, you might as well invest in somebody who knows better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I thank you so much just for taking some time out and just really sharing what your journey has been like. And I wish you much continued success. So thanks so much, Sydney.
Thank you, Precious, and keep on saving our crowns. We need you, Queen.
Absolutely.